Hezbollah's origins and history. Hezbollah is a Lebanese militant and political group that emerged during the Lebanese Civil War in the early 1980s. Its origins can be traced back to the Iranian Revolution of 1979 and the rise of a Shia Islamist movement that sought to challenge the dominance of Sunni Muslims in the Middle East. Hezbollah was formed with the support of Iran and Syria, two countries that saw the group as a useful proxy in their conflict with Israel and the United States. During the Lebanese Civil War, which lasted from 1975 to 1990, Lebanon became a battleground for various regional powers, including Israel, Syria, and Iran. The conflict was characterized by sectarian violence and political instability, with different factions fighting for control of the country. In this context, Hezbollah emerged as a resistance movement that sought to drive out Israeli forces from southern Lebanon and establish an Islamic State in the country. Hezbollah's military wing was formed in 1982, after Israel invaded Lebanon in an attempt to remove Palestinian militants who had been using southern Lebanon as a base to launch attacks against Israel. Hezbollah carried out a series of attacks against Israeli forces and their allies in Lebanon, including a number of high-profile kidnappings and bombings. One of the key events in Hezbollah's early history was the 1983 bombing of the U.S. Marine barracks in Beirut, which killed 241 American soldiers. Hezbollah claimed responsibility for the attack, which was seen as a sign of the group's growing power and influence. In the years that followed, Hezbollah continued to carry out attacks against Israeli forces and their allies in Lebanon. At the same time, the group began to develop a political wing, which participated in Lebanese elections and worked to build support among the country's Shia community. In the 1990s, Hezbollah emerged as a major political force in Lebanon, winning seats in the Lebanese parliament and playing a key role in the country's government. The group also expanded its social services, providing education, healthcare, and other services to the Shia community in Lebanon. This helped to solidify its support base and establish it as a key player in Lebanese society. Hezbollah's involvement in regional conflicts, particularly the Syrian civil war, has also shaped its evolution. The group has sent thousands of fighters to support the Syrian government, which has helped to bolster its military capabilities and expand its influence in the region. However, Hezbollah's involvement in Syria has also exposed it to greater international scrutiny and criticism, with some accusing the group of committing war crimes and fueling regional instability. Internally, Hezbollah has faced several challenges, including growing dissatisfaction among its base over economic and social issues. The group has also faced increased pressure from the international community to disarm and abandon its military activities. Despite these challenges, Hezbollah remains a potent force in Lebanese politics and the wider Middle East. Its evolution from a small resistance movement to a major political and military force is a testament to its resilience, adaptability, and strategic vision. Hezbollah's continued relevance and influence can also be attributed to its ability to adapt to changing circumstances and navigate complex political and social environments. The group has shown a willingness to engage in dialogue with its political opponents in Lebanon, even as it continues to maintain its armed wing and confront Israel. Hezbollah has also worked to cultivate relationships with other groups and countries in the region, such as Hamas in Palestine and Iran, which has helped to enhance its strategic position and strengthen its regional alliances. Despite its success, Hezbollah remains a controversial and divisive group, both in Lebanon and in the wider region. Many view the group as a terrorist organization that has carried out attacks against civilians and engaged in violent activities that destabilize the region. Others see Hezbollah as a legitimate resistance movement that has successfully challenged Israeli aggression and worked to defend the rights of the Shia community in Lebanon. The question of Hezbollah's role in Lebanese politics and society remains a contentious issue, with some calling for the group to disarm and disband its military wing, while others see it as an essential part of the country's social and political fabric. The group's continued involvement in regional conflicts, particularly in Syria, has also raised questions about its long-term goals and its commitment to stability and peace in the region. In conclusion, Hezbollah's origins can be traced back to the Iranian Revolution and the rise of a Shia Islamist movement that sought to challenge the dominance of Sunni Muslims in the Middle East. The group emerged as a resistance movement during the Lebanese Civil War, and its military wing played a key role in driving out Israeli forces from southern Lebanon. Over time, Hezbollah has evolved into a major political and military force in Lebanon and the wider region, with a strong support base among the country's Shia community. Despite its success, the group remains a controversial and divisive force, with many calling for its disarmament and others seeing it as an essential defender of the rights of the Lebanese people.